Hello everybody, this is Adam with our fifth and final day of our Root Chakra Healing Camp. Let's talk about the balance of your root chakra. As you are exploring, trying to heal and understand your root chakra, you might feel something different, physiologically, psychologically, and emotionally, obviously. And there have been some questions on what are the characteristics of a healed root chakra. So let's go through that, and I will tell you what at least I personally experienced when I finally got my root chakra under control. At least at first. There have been instances in my life that have imbalanced me, and throughout your life, you will find those. Your root chakra does not just open and is balanced, and that's it. It's a constant understanding, and it's a constant meditation and a constant ritual to make sure that this chakra and all chakras are balanced and good. Obviously, when you build a foundation in a house, you got to take care of the house. Make sure the paint is good. Make sure there are no termites that might be able to burrow in and destroy the foundation that you have built, at least in the house. Same thing here. There will be negative people. If you have anxiety and depression, those might spring up. Stress will happen. Negative energies will come into your life and go. But it's up to you to really understand it and get it out of the situation, which we've already covered. But let's go into what happens. What is different? So the imbalanced chakras form is, trauma, sluggishness, eating disorders, etc. So with therapy or a base understanding, these things will go to and fro. You may have a better understanding about your eating disorder. I have many friends who have eating disorders and have recovered. Some went to treatment for it. Some of them found their own way to dispel them from this eating disorder that they have. So with sluggishness, you might have an explosion of energy. You are up when you need to be. You have constant energy all day, and you're happy. You're like, boom, let's get ready to go. You can hear in my voice, I'm up at like 6 o'clock in the morning every morning, ready to freaking go, basically all day. And then I sleep like the dead when I go to sleep because I am so go. It's crazy. And then trauma is acceptance and forgiveness. Sometimes that's harder than others. If you were molested or anything like that, if you can somehow find the way to accept what happened and move on from it without it affecting your life, then that means that this chakra is healed. And there have been instances of this. If you suffer from PTSD and you went to therapy and something just clicked in your head where you're like, oh my gosh, that's it. That's exactly what needs to happen. But then you can attack the problem. You can attack what it is. So some people get service dogs, and some people take medication if you want to go that way. If you want to go holistic, there are CBDs out there, CBD blends, that actually do assist PTSD. And then people surround themselves with others that will help them throughout their positive energy journey. So that's a way that you know that this chakra is actually getting balanced. It's profound too. So other ones like anxiety. So if you have anxiety, this is one of the reasons. If you have a disorder for it, I personally take a anti-anxiety medication to keep that in line because it was very, very profound. Hopefully, I will be able to wean off of it at some point in time. But as being a human, obviously my chakras go up and down, to and fro, just like everybody's. Fear. You know what? Everybody has fear. It'll pop up. I definitely have fear, but there are some things where I'm like attacking it. This whole process of this channel was another big spiritual awakening for me, and honestly, I was like, wow, let's just do this. Panic attacks, boom, gone. If you do not panic about the slightest of things, or it's a lot harder to get those panic attacks going, then your root chakra will be in balance. Worry. Honestly, for me, as we go through this, I'll just tell you my story just so this video isn't 20 minutes long. I don't worry about anything. I trust my gut. I trust my soul to guide me in the way to do this. Overthinking. Some people have a lot of issues with overthinking. Obviously, if you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna learn it from experiencing it, and that's how it goes, because that's how it goes. That's a great indication that you're not, that your root chakra is good, or at least balanced for right now. Depression, kind of the same thing. If it's gone, if you don't feel it anymore, or if it comes up not as periodically, then you're fine. Nightmares. If you have a ton of nightmares about anything, that's the reason why this is imbalanced. So if those dissipate, if those go away, then your root chakra is starting to become balanced. Emotionally disconnected. Be emotional. If you feel a range of emotions from happy to sadness and everything in between, if you're emotionally connected with yourself, then your chakra's balanced. Disconnected from the body. So if you are accepting and you're ready to change your physiological aspects, wow, I said it, woo! That's the reason. That's the chakra is starting to become balanced. And then anger and rage. So if you are always angry, always just like, I'm going to attack, then that's it. If you had swelling in your legs and your lower body, and if that's gone, the root chakra has dissipated. If you have nerve damage down there, the root chakra might be able to heal itself, and those nerve damages might be a positive through either surgery or certain exercises like walking. If you feel drained, so if, like I said, an explosion of energy is a great indicator that your root chakra is balanced. A sense of ease. Once again, no depression, no anxiety, or less depression, less anxiety. The trauma that you have suffered in your life has no kind of outside consequence to maybe your thinking overall. If you trust people, again, less worry and fear. If you are trying to lose weight, then you will lose weight because you're not worried anymore. If you're trying to gain weight, obviously the other way, your body will change differently based on what it is. So some people lose a ton of weight when they're stressed, emotionally shattered, or traumatically imbalanced. And then some people gain weight. So if it's going the other direction, the direction you want, then you're good. Increased libido. So mammals have a built-in radar system designed to tell them whether or not it's safe to procreate. So if you have if you feel like it's time, then that is what this is. Humans are no different for that. Protection, procreation, all of that. Once again, this is a very animalistic, mammal-based chakra. So, you feel safety around. You're like, okay, everything is financially ready. I have a spouse who's ready to have a child. Let's do it, the best way to do that. Financial abundance. So a very easy, money is the manifestation of that energy. It is, it's just the manifestation. So if you are financially abundant, if you are comfortable, the chakra might have loosened itself because you're working differently. You have a different aspect. You have a different attitude. Losing grip of attachment. So if you are a strong, independent, very loving person, and you have a lot of friends but don't rely on others' love and attention to get that, So as we come back into alignment, our ego diminishes and our inner being becomes more consciously present. So I am me. I am Adam. I don't need any kind of personal inwardly relationship. I don't need, just to be blunt about it, I don't need sex and human connection that way from a bunch of random people, because that's actually another bad thing about it. If you're sexually promiscuous in that way, and the reasoning for it is not about that, it's about you just need somebody there. This is a way to know that your chakra is balanced. I can't remember exactly when my personal chakra, when I first discovered when my root chakra was balanced. It was years and years and years ago, and it was all I do know is that there was it was almost an out of body experience for me. I remember sitting there meditating. I think I was living in Michigan at the time, and I just got out of school, and I was about to move back to my home, and there was a lot of stress. There was a lot of emotional ups and downs when going through school. Part of that also was that I was I was very depressed. I had a ton of anxiety, and I think it was just the aftermath. I took a day, or it was like an evening. So I started like at 8 o'clock, and I'm like, you know what? Since this is done, I have to get this balanced. I have to. So, I just quietly sat in the place that I was in. I meditated and I thought about my roots, because I knew exactly what was wrong and I knew what to do. So, but it took me 3 hours of straight meditation. I did not stop whatsoever. I ended up passing out on my floor. But when I woke up, it almost felt like there was something else there, and it was very negative, and it wanted to come back, but I refused to allow it back into my body because it caused me so much heartache. A very close relationship with a very loved person was affected by it, and it was like, as soon as I left that house, I put a bunch of healing stones around the entire property, and I left. I went to, oh God, where did I go? I can't even remember. I think I just went out to a mall and just hung out and just really thought about what happened, because it was so powerful. I went to my grandma's for a while because she lived near, and then I went home. And as soon as I went home, there was a sense of calm. It was eerie, but it was good. And it's like, this thing is gone. It's totally gone. So that was like the first big premonition that I had when this chakra became balanced for me. So that was my story. And obviously my root chakra, ups and downs, I think more than any other chakra that I have. Some days are awesome. Like today, I have a ton of energy. I'm ready to go. I have my little stone with me, so that really helps with that. But then some days it's a slog. But I hope you guys enjoyed the healing camp. Let me know what you think. And on Saturday, I'll look at some questions that you may have asked and hopefully answer them in a way that will be good for you. Something maybe I did not cover. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you all for listening to my ramblings. And next week, we will start with the sacral chakra. So very exciting.